Hello dear students, today we are going to study the tenses. So our next topic is the tenses. Well, as we can see, we have learned in previous classes that tenses are the different verb forms which express time of action in its different degrees and shades. So here is an overall view of tenses. So if we recap, we can say the tenses are the form of the verb which express time of action. Suppose an action takes place, so we can categorize it in primarily three uh, time slot. For example, if something happened in the past, then we call it past tense. That means the verb shows the past tense. For example, when we say uh, he left the school this year, that means leaving of the school had already taken place this year, and it means the verb here is left. So left shows the time of the action, and what is the time of the action? It happened in the past tense. So the time of the action is in past, and hence the sentence is in the past tense. Similarly, he is reading a book now. So he is reading a book now. What is the action being taken place in this example? This is reading. Okay. So is reading tells us the time of the action for the present time, and that is why we call this present tense. And suppose we just say he will be uh, appearing for the examination this September. So he'll be appearing, that means he will appear in the examination when in the future. So what is the course of action here? Course of action is will be appearing, and will be appearing shows future reference, and that is why it is in the future tense. Let's take some example from the book also, like she writes, then they are writing, then I have written, then he has been writing for 2 hours. These are in the present, although each primarily there are three type of the tenses: present, past and future, but they are subcategorized into four parts each. For example, simple indefinite, she writes; continuous, they are writing; perfect, have written; perfect continuous, he has been writing for 2 hours. What we see that in the simple indefinite, the verbs form is in the present simple indefinite, the verbs form is verbs first form, and then in the continuous tense we are using helping verb is mr and followed by verbs ing form. In the next, that is the perfect tense, that is the present perfect tense, the form of the verb are either has or have plus verbs third form. And in the fourth tense, that is perfect continuous tense, uh, we are using has or have plus been and plus verbs ing form. Here we also mention the time of the actions starting, like the time when the action begins, like we say for 2 hours since Monday. So these are the special feature of this tense, that in the present perfect continuous tense we have to give the time when the action has started from. Well, this also follows in the past tenses. So past simple tense you wrote, then in the past continuous you were writing, in the past perfect he had written, in the past perfect continuous he had been writing for 2 hours. So if we compare, in the present simple tense we just use verbs first form, and in the past verb second forms. Similarly, in the present continuous we use is, am, are plus verb kind ing form, and here in the past continuous tense we use we plus verbs we plus were, sorry, we use verb helping verb was or were plus verbs ing form. In the present perfect tense, we have used has or have plus verbs third form, but here we have to use only one helping verb, that is had plus verbs third form. Then in the present perfect continuous, has or have plus been plus verbs ing form, but here we will remove has, have, and have has or have, and instead we use had plus been plus verbs ing form. And one thing is common, that beginning of time of the action is given for 2 hours here also. So let's talk about the future tense. So future simple, or you can say future indefinite, uh, can be used either will or shall plus verbs first form. They will write, he will write, I shall go. In the uh, future continuous we use either will or shall plus be plus verbs ing form, like you will be writing, he'll be coming, they shall be going. In the present perfect we have used have plus verb third form. In the past perfect we have used had plus verb third form, and then in the future we also use have plus verbs third form, but before that we have to use either shall or will. And now it becomes, now I shall have written. And then perfect continuous tense, future perfect continuous tense, shall plus have plus been plus writing, along with time of the starting of the future, but here the time starts with the since, not okay. So you can see that in all perfect continuous tenses the beginning time is certainly given, and here also shall or will plus have plus been plus verbs ing form.